Hello, fellow administrators. Happy New Year! Before we go to the details of the video, I wish to you peace and happiness on your new year. My commemorative date will only happen in a few months, but it's always good to give blessings to others. It was a long year of wait, and as well many events happened. Maintenances too. Soon you guys gonna experience 2.0 patch, and I hope that you guys enjoy a lot. If you watched my last video about the starting journey for 2.0, you guys saw my suggestions of worth 1.0 units to pick. However, this time I included 3 honorable mentions besides them. So, let's go to our main topic. Number 1, Asura. She is easily one of my favorite units from 1.0. Asura can be used on solo runs through most of hard content if you understand her kit properly and knows her correct timing. Those who gave me ears to already practice her blue code before the warp system being implemented currently are very happy to manage doing solo runs with her as well. As you saw, I don't need to use energy set to play with. Also, even Asura at base S rank is able to be used on hard content in solo runs with blue code, and even without energy set. Safe pick. Number 2, Poseidon. Despite Poseidon being already good at base rank for freezing effect, she becomes a monster when you reach her 3S rank. You can try to use her as DPS with 2S rank, but the performance won't be as good like 3S rank. In fact, she won't deal an acceptable amount of damage. The main reason is because of the boost the 3S rank gives to warp system, and how this affects her CD time, allowing Poseidon to spam her skill 1. Major problem is how energy hungry she gets if you manage to properly play as her on skill spam. Safe pick. Number 3, Hera. I don't want to sound ungrateful, Hera really helped me a lot, and even today I still use her. But on general analysis, Hera can already be replaced by a lot of characters, and different of what people tries to make her sound as godlike. Currently on main server, a lot of comps already prove that she's not that godlike, and each patch, it shows how she's one of the best, but not the best support unit. Just remember to pay attention on her build, give her attack and chance. Safe pick. Number 4, Hades. Hades is as well one of my favorite units from Aether Gazer, and even after Gang's release. She's a safe carry unit to be used and played. Easy to understand, deals a lot of damage, but the more updates comes, faster and better units get released. Hades as well has 2 different types of builds that depends on player. Personally, I made 3 different setups. My favorite to use was with Mayet, but currently I replaced for Eljudnir because it gave me a lot better result in all aspects. Safe pick. Number 5, Tyr Light. Tyr Light is one of the characters that you like him because he gives that vibe of I am the boss. Before his module, he was ridiculous, only being strong after upgrading his rank and even still required a lot of investment on supports. However, after his module, he's your light DPS until Lu Wu appears. You decide to pick or skip. Number 6, Tyr Fire. Male better version of Hades for fire. You can just look at him over his demo. He is strong, easy to play, and he has multiple styles of gameplay. Middle Ether code. You have the One Punch Man setup, where his punch deals millions of damage. Left Ether code, you have the Dark Souls mode, where he'll spend his HP. Right Ether code, you have a balanced version. Also, he can be used with both versions of Kagutsuchi, and you don't have to worry for support units for him if you have either versions of Kagu. Safe pick. Number 7, Pluto, also known as Ausar. Once Ausar gets her module, she'll become one of the strongest and easy-to-play characters. The changes applied to her are perfect to make her rotation go between 2 and 4 seconds depending on the enemy you're facing, and as well how much you invested on her. I can use myself as an example. My Pluto is at 3S rank, R4 on Sig Key, and she can instantly delete some enemies. Safe pick. Number 8, Oceanus. Oceanus is one of the extremely small amount of water DPS units that we have currently. In future, we'll see more water element units, but for now, Oceanus is the main carry of his element. Being fast and strong is how a DPS should be. Despite currently not using him because I highly invested in other characters, Oceanus is one of the few units capable to solo run hard content when you invest on him. You decide to pick or skip. Number 9, Thor. There's nothing much to say about Thor, because she's our lightning Hulk with Mjolnir. Maybe I'll even do a meme run with Avengers theme. Despite Thor being so strong, she's limited by her Trace's mechanic to fully demonstrates her destructive power. Currently, for new servers, she's the best lightning DPS, until Tsuku get her module, but she's the best partner to be used with Pluto. Safe pick if you have Pluto. Number 10. Ookuninushi. Unfortunately, Uku's start wasn't good. Despite she is one of the first supports to be released in-game, since she gives heal, buffs 80k, can inflict death break and a lot of stuff, as a buffer unit, she was restrained by her own Aether code. However, after Uku got her module, she currently can be used as either a replacement for Hera, and even as an DPS unit if she's highly invested. Safe pick. Number 11. Marduk. Despite requiring his Sig key, Marduk is the filler unit for all teams. Even if he's physical, he's a safe unit to have until you manage to get more units. Marduk is basically a safe filler placement unit. Even if being called filler, once he gets his module, a lot of things will change. Also, if you like shooting games, he's the perfect character, even more if you like Metal Gear. Safe pick if you're a starting player, and he's the only one S rank at disposal. Number 12. Hell. Even after a lot of patches, if you highly invested on Hell or plan to do, she's a safe unit. She can be used on a lot of content, and she also gives a complete new different style of gameplay if you love shooting games. However, it's necessary to inform that she really requires a lot of investment to take full advantage of her abilities. Safe pick. Number 13. Skadi. When Skadi got released, I and others tried our best to suggest players to pull for her despite the tier lists, because, as many of you know, a few rules exist on online games, and one of these rules is, one weak character, sooner or later, will receive a buff and can become broken. That's what happened with Skadi after her module. She's one of the best units to have currently. If you gave ears and pulled at least one copy, then just wait to pull another copy and you'll see wonders happening. Safe pick, but it's a personal decision. Number 14. Anubis. Even if you have Hades or Hell, you can consider to have Anubis. Besides the good look, he is the only character that gives you a fourth member on your team. Despite being of Dark Element and his Sisters of Element being technically more optimal currently, he's one safe pick that any buff will make him able to do multiple solo runs on battle, just for flex. You decide to pick or skip. Number 15. Kotachi. Kotachi is our first filler DPS unit that can be used on multiple elements, and our beloved Wani-san. However, Kotachi lacks a lot in damage when compared to specific DPS units from each element. At least, this is the case until her module got released. After her module came, Kotachi is currently one of the best DPS units for Wind. In case you didn't pull Pluto or don't like her, you still have time to invest more on Kotachi. You decide to pick or skip. Honorable mention, Tsukuyomi. If you're a fan of Tsukuyomi, especially if you started the game and kept faithful for her until now, rejoice! Tsukuyomi's module brought her back to the game. Despite still needing a lower amount of CD, Tsuku's module gave her a lot of damage, making her an optimal DPS, even if only at 2 S rank. Safe pick. Honorable mention Athena. Athena currently in a tough position. She requires a lot of effort to make her optimal, however. When she gets module, Athena will as well become one of the strongest characters because her damage is behind her harmonic mode. So, buffing her numbers means buffing not only her normal mode, but as well her harmonic mode. Even still, she can be used on F2P comps, only requiring a Hera and a Verthandi, or you can consider a Poseidon too, but a Verthandi gives shield, and it helps a lot on her team structure with Athena's red Aether code. You decide to pick or skip. Honorable mention Shu is another character in a tough position. If it was only gameplay analysis, I would completely recommend her. However, it's not only gameplay, but how rewarding it is to invest on her when compared to other units. Shu needs module almost on the same level as Athena. I won't say that she needs more than Athena, because we already have Tsukuyomi and Thor as lightning DPS units. Even still, she gives a great feeling on combat with her mechanic. I won't say she's safe pick, but it's up to you to decide. She still has no news or leaks about getting a module soon. Despite trying my best to keep this video short, I had to explain at least core info for each character instead of letting you guys walking blindly. Don't fall on the concept of this selector is bait, because it's not. I'll share with you guys, on the part 3 of this sequence of videos, the upcoming modes after 2.0. That's all for now, dear administrators, and until next time.